like you're an old hand at that.
Me? No, I never done this before.
Oh, that's right. You're a priest.
Yeah.
I wish you weren't.
So your boss is God, huh? Well, you're gonna be joining your boss if you don't tell me where that briefcase is. I'll give you 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hey, mister.
Me?
Yeah, you, come here. Look at this. Look at this. 2-carat diamond solitaire. Flawless. You take this over to your wife, she'll think you're Rambo. It's yours for $1,000.
I'm not really in the market for diamonds.
Well, we're not talking diamonds here. We're talking investment. Look at this. 2 carats. It's worth $5,000-6,000. For you, $800.
Nah, I don't think so.
One of a kind. Custom design. Look at the quality. Look at the setting. Look, 500, I throw in the chain. 14-karat gold. Look at the clasp.
Hey, thanks, but no thanks, okay?
Why? Because you think it's hot?
Come on. If it's really worth $6,000 and you try to sell it for $500, of course it's hot.
All right, not so loud. All right, I can't fool you, man. It's hot. $100.
$100?
$100.
Let me see it again.
Not so obvious, man. There are people around.
$50.
$50? What are you, nuts? The class below is worth more than that.
Take it or leave it.
All right, all right. Leave me no choice. Can't cheat an honest man.
Got any idea what the assignment is yet, Kimasabi?
No, not yet. Just that it's around here somewhere.
And you're listening to 1620 on your AM dial, switching you live to the news scene in the 1900 block of Eastwood Boulevard, where Rich Richards is standing by.
Chuck, I'm standing opposite the Eastwood Arms apartment where a major fire is now in progress that threatens to envelop an entire neighborhood of apartment buildings and resident hotels.
That sounds like a bad one.
Police are in the process of closing off the area, and the fire has already jumped to 2 adjoining buildings.
Mark, turn around.
What's up?
I just got our assignment.
one of these clowns gonna show. I don't like sitting around with $1 million, you know?
You'll be here. Mr. Doyle says these guys get some primo stuff. Be worth 50 times what's in that briefcase on the street.
Yeah, well, I just wish they'd show. I don't like sitting around like this, waiting, not with this much money.
Open up, it's police. Yeah, what is it, officer?
We have instructions to tell everyone in this building that you may have to evacuate tonight.
Evacuate? What's going on here?
Fire out of control over on Eastwood Boulevard.
That's 2 blocks away.
Yeah, but if that fire jumps, those 2 blocks are going to go very quickly. Now, you should gather up whatever it is you want to take just to be on the safe side, because if you have to evacuate, you're going to have to move fast.
Yeah, right. Thank you, officer.
It's about time.
Open up, please. It's the police.
It's the cops. Cops! Get out of here! Come on!
Mister, look at this. Take a look. Beautiful diamond solitaire, 2-carat diamond for the lady.
Hey, I heard that story before.
No, you ain't heard this one before. It's a beautiful
let's get out of
opportunity.
here.
Great chain.
Yeah,
You look wonderful on your velour outfit, madam. Thank you. Oh. Hey, you jerk, you knocked me down. Why don't you watch where you're going? My mistake, my mistake.
Never mind about him, Bushy. Grab the briefcase. Let's go.
Nice guys. You might have broke all my diamonds. Oh, my God. I'm rich. I'm a millionaire. I'm a billionaire.
Hey, you!
I'm dead. And I'm gonna die rich.
Go down around the block. I'll come back the other way.
Nothing. We better find him, though, or Mr. Doyle is gonna kill us.
Excuse me, son.
Hey, you! You!
Sorry if I startled you.
Well, you did. What's going on here, Father?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, this place, it was deserted, all boarded up. Closed this church years ago.
I know.
It's sort of a grand opening.
Oh, you opening the place tonight?
That's right, Father.
Father? Oh, Father. Well, you see, they're coming in through the side door. I gotta hide.
The confessional's a good place.
Yeah.
Mark, why don't you open the front door?
You got it.
He's got to be around here someplace.
Oh, hi. Nice night, huh?
Yeah. Well, we thought you was closed there, Father.
Well, we're open now in case you'd like to come in and confess.
Not without an attorney, if you know what I mean.
Cute, my son. Cute.
He's got to be in there. Let's go.
But that's the church. Even if he's in there, you can't do anything in the church.
For $1 million, Bushy, I'd push the button on a guy in St. Peter's.
Come on, Mick. That ain't right, not in the church. Let's hang out here. He's bound to come out and we nail him.
All right. We'll wait. But not forever.
Hi.
Ah! Oh, Father, hi.
Hi, how you doing?
Not so good, you know.
You want to talk about it?
Could we?
Sure, that's what this is all here for.
Oh, yeah, right. Listen, Father, anything I say to you in here, don't go no further, right? I mean, you gotta keep it a secret, ain't that the way it works?
Oh, don't you know, Father?
Oh, yeah, well, see, that's part of what I want to tell you. I'm not really a priest.
Oh, me neither.
Yeah, and I found this briefcase.
Yeah, with $1 million in it.
Well, I didn't have time to count it. $1 million. How do you know?
Well, like I said, I'm not a priest.
You're not? What are you?
I'm an angel.
You're an angel. Yeah, well, Father, I think you've been hanging around the pews a little too long, but... How'd you do that?
Yeah, well, I told you, I'm an angel.
Right. I gotta get out of here.
I wouldn't do that. You really don't want to talk to Bushy and Mick about that money just now, do you?
Who's Bushy and Mick?
The two very large people waiting for you outside. The ones you took the briefcase from after they knocked you down.
Oh, my God.
I wish you wouldn't do that. He doesn't like his name used in vain.
Who doesn't?
He doesn't.
Oh, yeah, right, him.
You see, Charlie, this is one of those crossroads in life. You've got a lot of decisions to make tonight.
Yeah, well, do you think maybe I could kind of hang out here until those two large fellas kind of split, and then I'll get out of your hair?
Yeah, if that's what you decide to do, it's your decision.
Right.
Bless me, Father. Father, are you all right?
Did somebody...
Father? Are you okay?
What do you want?
I can't hear you, Father.
Keep your voice down, will you?
Oh, sorry. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
You sinned? Well, nobody's perfect, so don't worry about it, okay?
Father? I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, well, it's a long story. Look, it's been nice talking to you, but I gotta split, so I'll see you around, okay? Ah. On second thought, tell me about your sins.
Jonathan.
Yeah.
Guy's still hanging around out there.
Yeah, seems like he's looking for something.
Well, he's not looking for religion, you know what I mean? That guy is with the bent nose crowd. I mean, you may not be able to recognize him, but...
Actually, I think he's looking for a priest or someone dressed like a priest.
He is? What for?
I think he wants to kill him.
Maybe we better take these things off. Don't you think it's a little sacrilegious?
So, how long has it been since you've been to confession?
20 hours.
20 hours? I thought I had an exciting day.
Maybe I ought to get the other priest.
Oh, no. Don't get the other priest. I'm all yours. So, my child, tell me about your sins.
Well, let's see. I had angry thoughts about one of my customers.
Customers, huh?
On table 7. I'm a waitress.
Oh.
There were these men. They were so rude. I asked them what they wanted. They said they couldn't make up their mind. So I said, I'll come back when they decided. They said they wanted soup. So I brought them soup. They said, I don't want the chowder. I want the minestrone. So I bring the minestrone. They say they changed their mind. They want the special.
Well, I know what you mean. I deal with those kind of mooks all the time.
You do?
Yeah, well, I work with the public, don't I?
But I got angry with them.
Well, you had a right to.
I did?
Yeah, you seem like a nice person there, and these guys are just jerking you around, giving you grief.
Oh.
What else?
What do you mean, what else?
Well, I mean, what other sins?
Oh.
I mean, that wouldn't even get you Hail Mary. I mean, that wouldn't even get you a hail.
Oh.
So what else you got?
Wait a minute, let's see, I don't know, I'm thinking.
You still thinking?
Yeah. Truth is, I don't have anything else to confess.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes you get a slow day.
I just came here to talk. I don't have anyone to talk to.
Excuse me, Father.
Oh, boy, am I glad to see you.
Not half as glad as I am to see you. I thought this church was closed.
We felt there was a need for it in the community. You don't know the half of it. That fire over on Eastwood Boulevard is going like crazy. Thousands of people are going to be without a place to sleep tonight, and every shelter in town is full. Churches, gyms, schools, you name it. Well, what can we do? You can take some of them in. They'll need a place to sleep, something to eat, and people who are just willing to listen. We'll be glad to help. Good. We'll bus them over as soon as we're ready.
Sometimes I go to the church on 43rd Street. Then I go to the one over on Overton. Oh, and there's a real pretty little one on 14th and Grand. I like to go there.
Never met a compulsive confessor before. Well, wait. I take that back. There was this one kid in reform school. He'd confess to anything.
You were a chaplain in reform school?
Yeah, well, I was kind of a guest. If you don't mind me saying so, I mean, you ain't so different from everybody else. I mean, everybody gets lonely. But you gotta do something about it. I mean, you gotta want something more than to just sit on your side of the screen putting priests to sleep.
I do. I want
What?
I want to love someone. Share my life with someone. Have kids. Home. Bake things. Have the holidays together. Nothing very exciting, maybe, but, just warm. I want to be Mrs. Somebody. And have kids. Father, I know I could make some lucky man the best wife in the world. You know why? Because I'm ready to give. I know I'm no beauty queen, but I'm a nice person. And there must be some man out there who's lonely too, who, has the same needs and is ready to give too, wants the same things that I want too. I mean, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people out there leading pretty empty lives. Believe me, I know.
It's too bad they can't meet like this, with a screen between them.
Yeah.
Then they could just sort of, show what's in their hearts without having to put on airs, get to know what's really inside a person.
You know, what's inside you is pretty nice, miss. Pretty nice.
Thank you. Whew. I never confessed all that to a priest before. You know, it really wasn't like confessing. It was sort of like talking.
Yeah, well, I never had no broad talk to me like this neither. I mean, most of the time it's, honey, can you buy me a drink? You know what I mean?
Not really.
That doesn't matter. Well, if you do find somebody, he's gonna be a lucky man, a very lucky man.
Goodbye, Father. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Miss,
Yes, Father?
I wonder if you could help us. We've got a real situation on our hands here tonight. There'll be a lot of people coming in here looking for shelter. They've been burned out of their homes. I just wonder if you could help us.
Doing what?
Well, anything. Preparing food or talking to them, just helping them get through the night.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to, but I'm not very good with people. I'm kind of shy.
Please, they really need you.
I do have the day off tomorrow. Of course I'll help. I'll just go home and change. I'll be right back.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Jonathan, listen, I was thinking you... Uh-oh. Relax.
Excuse me, Father. I'm looking for a friend of mine. Came in here tonight.
What do you want with him?
I got business with him.
Well, I'm afraid you'll have to do that somewhere else. This is a house of worship, not a place to do business.
Padre, I'm trying to be nice. The guy stole something from me. I gotta get it back.
Well, what was it?
A briefcase.
Just a briefcase, or was there something of value inside? I mean, we really should know in case we find it.
It's just a briefcase. It's got a lot of sentimental value. I am a very sentimental guy about that briefcase.
No, I can understand that. Why don't you go to the police?
I don't need no cops. I can handle this myself. Now, I'm gonna ask you nice one more time. Where is he?
Father? Could you give me a hand? I've got a truckload of blankets and food.
Blankets and food, you betcha, right now.
Maybe you should file a stolen report with that officer, huh?
Come on, let's get out of here.
Hey, Mr. Angel. Thanks for saving my neck.
Yeah, they're not gone, you know. They'll be waiting for you outside. What are you gonna do, Charlie?
I don't know.
Why don't you just give them the money back?
I rip these guys off. I go anywhere near them, I'm dead.
Well, then give the money to the police. That officer will be back inside in a minute.
You gonna tell him?
No, I'm not gonna tell him. It doesn't work that way. This is your decision to make, not mine.
Oh, well, if it's my decision, I'm gonna keep it. I just gotta find a place to stash it till I can figure out how to get out of here. Excuse me.
Oh, boy.
Hi, Mr. Doyle.
Where's my money, Bushy?
Mr. Doyle, we had a little problem.
I already heard about your problem. Johnny the Tooth said he showed up and you guys wasn't there.
Cops came in, Mr. Doyle. We had a split.
Yeah, well, that can happen. But you know, I give a couple guys $1 million to make a buy for me and they disappear. If I was of a suspicious nature, I might think they was trying to rip me off.
Oh, no, Mr. Doyle, we'd never do nothing like that.
And where's my money? A couple of my guys spot the two of you sitting out here in front of a church. What are you gonna do, make a donation?
The money's in the church, Mr. Doyle. There's a guy dressed like a priest. He's got it. He ain't gone nowhere.
Well, if you know where it is and you know who's got it, why don't you get it?
I tried. There was a cop in there.
cops still in there?
No, but there's a priest. A couple of them.
2 guys. Big deal. Let's go.
But Mr. Doyle, he's a priest.
Hey, Mick, don't kid yourself. It's either them or you. You know what I mean. What's going on here?
Sandwiches and coffee right down the front. You got sandwiches, coffee, you'll find blankets and pillows. Just keep moving down the front. Sandwiches and coffee. That'll be all right. Sandwiches and coffee down front. Find blankets and pillows. Just keep moving down the front. Sandwiches and coffee.
Why don't you try the tuna sandwich? They're the best. Actually, the egg salad isn't bad either.
Sandwiches and coffee down front.
Hi.
Oh, we meet again, Father.
Hey, what are you doing here? You didn't get burned out of your apartment.
Oh, no, I came to help.
Oh. You know, I never got your name.
Oh, Wanda.
Oh, I'm Charlie.
Oh, well, pleased to meet your father, Charlie.
Sandwiches and coffee down front.
We've got coffees and sandwiches up there.
No, I don't drink coffee at night. Etta says it keeps me up. I don't know where she is. Father, my wife. Where's my wife?
What, was she on the bus with you?
No, she was in the apartment. I was at work. I'm a watchman. She was in the apartment. I tried to get in there, but the whole place was on fire. They wouldn't let me in, the firemen. I couldn't get her out, Father.
Listen, look, maybe the firemen got her out, or maybe she's at another shelter.
No, I saw all the people they got out. I saw them all. She wasn't there. I asked them all, and they said they got everybody out, but she wasn't there. She must be still in there, Father. My Etta, the fire, the flames, and they couldn't get to her, Father.
Mommy, I want to go home.
Ray, take Beth. I've got the baby.
I'm not exactly empty-handed myself, okay?
Well, I've got the baby.
Kids, let's quiet down, okay? Will you just quiet down? Beth, be quiet! I'm sorry, honey. Beth, I'm sorry. Mommy and Daddy are upset too, Beth.
Mommy, I want to go home.
Well, we don't have a home anymore. Do you understand that? We don't have anything.
Excuse me. Maybe I can help. Come here, sweetheart.
I don't want to. I want to go home.
Oh, it's all right, darling. Come here. That's okay. It's gonna be all right. I'm sure. It's okay, honey.
Just lie back. What are you thinking about, Charlie? Your money?
No, I wasn't thinking about my money.
Well, why don't you help?
Help? How can I help?
By giving a little for once in your life. I'm not talking about your precious money. There's a lot more in this life than what you found in that briefcase.
Hey there. What's going on here?
Go away.
Oh, honey, don't talk to the father that way.
He's not my father.
She got you there. Hey, what's wrong, sweetheart?
I lost my dolly.
Oh, you had to leave your dolly in the apartment?
Yeah.
You want to see something?
No.
Well, this is something special. This is something super special.
What?
Well, you gotta stop crying. See, I gotta have your complete attention. But you're gonna like this, I promise you.
What?
I see a tear there. I don't want to see no tears when I show you this. Because this is something that's gonna make you the luckiest little girl around. When the other little girls see you with this, they're gonna wish they was you.
They will?
Yeah. Did you ever play dress up? You ever get dressed up like you're a grown-up beautiful lady?
Sometimes.
Well, take a look at this.
What is it?
What is it? This, my little darling, is a genuine 2-carat diamond solitaire. Flawless, custom designed, one of a kind, the only one like it in the world.
It is?
You think a priest would lie to you? Look at the setting. Look at the quality. You see this chain?
Uh-huh.
14-karat gold. You see the clasp? Clasp alone is worth $50, and you know what?
What?
Give me a hand. It's yours. It's your first grown-up present. Your first real diamond.
It's mine for keeps?
Yeah, it sure is. As long as you stop crying.
Mommy, look, I got a diamond with carats and everything.
Never met a broad yet who didn't light up for a sparkly. Any age gets them every time. Well, I better get back to work.
How do you feel, Charlie?
What do you mean?
I mean, how do you feel?
I don't know. Well, now that you mention it, I feel weird.
That good weird or bad weird?
It's weird. I mean, I don't feel bad, but it's not how I feel when I hustle somebody. I mean, I use the same words, but
this time you feel good.
Yeah, maybe I do. Maybe I do feel good. That's what's weird. I mean, I didn't get nothing.
Oh, yes, you did, Charlie. You got that feeling. You know, the funny thing is, the more you give like that, the more you get that feeling.
That don't make sense.
Oh, yes, it does, Charlie. Yes, it does.
Father? I just wanted to tell you how beautiful it was what you gave that little girl.
Oh, that, I mean, that was nothing. I mean, it was no real diamond. It was just brass and glass.
I wasn't talking about the pendant. You gave her hope and a beautiful memory. Sure, you gave her a part of yourself. That wasn't brass and glass. It looked like the real thing to me.
There he is.
Okay, let's go.
Good evening, Mr. Doyle.
You talking to me?
Yeah, that is your name, isn't it?
Grab him. Okay, what's going on? How do you know my name?
Oh, I know a lot about you, Mr. Doyle. I know you're one of the biggest drug dealers in the city. I know you came here tonight looking for a briefcase full of money. Money to buy more drugs to sell to children.
You're no priest, are you?
No, I'm not a priest.
You're in with that other phony.
No, I just met him tonight. My boss sent me on this assignment.
Your boss, huh? Who is he, Jimmy the Ox?
Oh, no, bigger than that.
Harry the Hook?
Bigger.
Nobody's bigger than Harry the Hook. Not in this town.
God is.
What?
God is. My boss is God.
You hear this nut? So your boss is God, huh? Well, you better tell me where that briefcase is or you're gonna be joining your boss. I'll give you 3.
I wouldn't talk like that, especially in here.
1, 2, 3.
a feeling you're in big trouble.
You look like you're an old hand at that.
Me? No, I never done this before.
Oh, that's right. You're a priest.
Yeah.
I wish you weren't. I'll go get some blankets.
Better watch out, Charlie. I think she's fallen in love with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I have your attention? I have what I think is some pretty good news. A number of the downtown hotels have volunteered to make all of their vacant rooms available to you. All right, listen to me. You get your belongings together because some buses are going to be arriving very shortly to take you all downtown, all right?
I guess you won't be needing me around here anymore. It was nice, Father, working with you and being around you. It was nice.
Wanda, listen, those buses will be getting here pretty soon. Remember what you said to me in the confessional about you're looking for someone to share your life with?
Yes, but, well,
I want that someone to be me.
Father, you're a priest.
I ain't no priest.
What?
I'm not a priest. Look, Wanda, all my life I've been as phony as that fake diamond I gave the kid, but what I'm saying to you now, it ain't phony, it ain't fake. I want the same thing that you want. And I want it with you.
But, Father...
Not Father. Charlie. Charlie Trippola. Look, let's go someplace where we can talk, okay?
Martin, buses are ready.
I prayed all night for my Anna, that she'd come back to me, that she'd be all right.
Wanda, there's no time. These guys are after me. That's why you gotta say yes or no now. Because if it's yes, we'll just get in one of the buses. I'll change out of my clothes. They won't recognize me. But even if they do, they won't do anything in front of the car.
Yeah, but if those guys are chasing you, why don't you just tell the police?
Because then I gotta tell them about the money. Wanda, this is our meal ticket. With this, we could be happy for the rest of our lives.
It's stolen money, Charlie.
It's stolen from the bad guys.
Yeah, where'd they get it from? Who did they steal it from?
Who cares?
I care. Charlie, I don't need $1 million. I don't want to start a life running away. That's no life at all.
Wanda, my whole life I've been waiting for a score, and this is it.
My whole life I've been waiting for someone to share it with. For 1 second. For 1 beautiful second. I thought I found him. Guess I was wrong. Guess I just found brass and glass.
on, with this money, it could be diamonds. Real ones.
I don't need diamonds, Charlie. I need a home, a nest, with a good man to share it with who nobody's chasing. Goodbye, Charlie.
I see you made your decision, Charlie. You got your money.
Yeah, if I live long enough to spend it.
Oh, you live long enough.
Not if those guys out there have anything to say about it.
Those guys aren't out there. They're gone.
What do you mean? Gone where?
Well, the boss doesn't make me privy to that information, but I can guarantee you they're gone.
You mean I can just walk out of here with the money?
If that's what you really want.
Yeah, sure. You kidding? Thanks, Mr. Angel. See you around.
Well, you did your best, you know.
Yeah. What's wrong, Charlie?
Wrong. I got $1 million in this case and I'm miserable. That's what's wrong.
Why? You got what you wanted.
No, I didn't get what I wanted. I wanted it all, the money and the girl.
Well, what do you want with her? With $1 million, you can buy a lot of company.
Not like her. She didn't care about the money.
No, she just wanted you.
Yeah, she did, didn't she? She cared more about me than $1 million. Just me, brass and glass Charlie.
You weren't glass and brass to one.
I don't even know where she lives. I don't even know her last name.
I do.
You do?
You want a lift?
Yeah. Yeah.
The fire department now reports full containment by this afternoon, and as we said earlier, there have been no reports of fatalities. In a related development, a good Samaritan has stepped forward to ease the burden of an awful lot of victims. A briefcase with $1 million has been deposited at City Hall by an anonymous donor. So the next time someone says there isn't a tooth fairy or Santa Claus or guardian angel, you just tell them to check with the mayor's office, because they know better.
Oh, Charlie. Oh, Charlie. I gotta go find him. Oh, Charlie. Charlie, was that you on the news?
Yeah. You want to see something? Genuine brass and glass, one of $1 million. Ain't worth 2 bits unless you say yes and put it on your finger. And all the money in the world wouldn't buy another one like it. Well.
Yes. Oh, Charlie.
I love you.
Hey, Ma! Mr. Angel, thanks.
Don't mention it.
Hey, Charlie, how's it feel?
Like $1 million. Can you believe it? Charlie Trappola feels like $1 million.
So long, Charlie. Give my best to the missus.